It is game time here on Twitch. Welcome to the United Bowl 10. Let's go ahead and get into it. What's going on, good people? Got a deep crowd up in the chat. I got my boy Caboose with me again for yet another United Bowl. We've been doing this for quite some time, Caboose. We've been doing it a long time, and we still kicking. How are you feeling tonight? What are your thoughts? Most definitely. Should be a fun ride as always. You already know what we do. One team has to win it all, just like you see in every other league that you've played in. No matter the sport, there's only one champion, but we got two great candidates to make it happen, and it's going to be a fun ride as always. I clicked the wrong one. My bad. I had to click the wrong audio for you. They didn't hear nothing you say. And
that's awesome.
So we already starting out with the mess ups. You know, we got to get that out the way so nothing else happens. But give them a brief overview. How you feeling and everything like that.
Well, I'll just say it again. Doing a little bit better from yesterday, but we are actually set to have a big milestone in our community. We turned 3 at the beginning of June here, so we started this back in 2021. It is 2024, so we are looking forward to having an awesome third-year anniversary season and season number 11. But I'm also excited to close out another big milestone with our 10th season with this game right here.
Most definitely. Only going to get bigger and better from here, and we could do a brief overview of these two teams, and I'll go ahead and start with the big homies in Toronto. 5 wins just a season ago in their first time here in the USFA. And here they are right into the United Bowl, and it's a very fun sight to see. I love this team a lot. They are as balanced as you need in a football team. They could throw the football, they could get you with the short routes, they could test you deep. The run game, immaculate, and I could go on and on and on going in regards to this defense here for Toronto. That's going to be one of my big focuses. How can they handle this Huntington Beach team who has yet to lose a game? And it's going to be a fun ride here. I already see my boy Chaos. He's throwing out the biddies. I love it when you show your biddies out and everything. Going to be a fun ride. And yeah, that's going to be the main thing there. I don't know if special teams are going to come into the play similar to how we seen earlier in the playoffs, but should be a fun ride. And we'll go ahead and let you go over a brief overview with the Huntington Beach Voyagers.
Well, the Voyagers are, I don't know what else you can say. They're the New England Patriots of the league. Everything they do at this point in time turns to gold. They win everything big. I don't know if they actually know what the word lose means. They might need to break out the dictionary to figure out what that means. Mm-hmm. But from top to bottom, this is about as complete a team you can get. X-Pac, Brown on top of that secondary with Preston Dotson. You've got on offense, you've got guys like Tyler Deathridge and Ryan Davis. So everywhere you look, I could be sitting here for 5-10 minutes reading off every name on the roster. They're just that good. So it's going to be a real task for this kind of upstart Toronto team, really just beginning to get into their prime to take down one of the juggernauts currently in the league.
Jax James in the chat saying disrespectful. I give bits and I'm rewarded with 4 ads. That's tough right there. But that's why you gotta sub up. That's why you gotta sub up. If anybody in the chat is willing to throw out some random subs to the big homies, that will be great as well. You know, let's get it lit up in here. And I think we've done a little bit too much talking. It's been a while. We should have started at 5. If you ready, Caboose, you the league owner, you tell me when to hit play.
I am ready. Let's get this thing underway.
Let's go ahead and get it going. Best of luck once again to both of these teams. We'll go ahead and flip to it. Looks like Toronto is kicking it off to Huntington Beach, and we are underway. Let's go ahead and get into it, as it is going to be returned here by Huntington Beach to around the 30. And let's go ahead and get it cooking, folks. Best of luck. Huntington Beach came into this one undefeated. 2 seasons in a row. Can they do it? As they almost got Krim offsides, and that to be, it's going to be a run up the middle. And there goes Caleb Howard joining in around week 3, if I can remember. And he's been a great player here on the ground as well. We've been talking about Austin Wilson on the other side. Watch out for number 9. He could run the football.
Well, and you know, Toronto's run defense is one of the best in the league, so I think it's going to be an interesting battle for them going forward, is the highly powered run offense of Huntington Beach against this pass rush and this run defense.
They're going to toss it, and that was very nicely covered there on the outside, right on Ryan the Diamond Davis. And now it's going to be a 3rd and 7 situation here.
Yeah, great coverage there from the defensive back, keeping himself between the ball and the receiver and not letting anything get by.
Huntington Beach will have to get past the 40-yard line to keep this thing moving, keep the drive alive. Going to be passing it here, going to go short with it and overthrows Caleb Howard, who had the first down into his back pocket. And the Toronto defense will take it. It's going to be 4th and 7 coming up.
You know, I really think little miscues like that are going to be what makes and breaks this game. Too many plays like that will lose you the game. So hopefully that one doesn't come back to bite Huntington Beach.
We'll see how the Huntington Beach defense will play for the first time, but it is going to be a deep kick by Carolina and tackled immediately as he picks up about 10 on the return. And we'll see Jax James, rookie quarterback, doing his thing. He says he's ready to get into the mix. I don't know if he'll be the first United Bowl quarterback as a as a rookie to get a ring, but that is a face mask there by Gronky Kong, and they're going to give him some early yards.
So what would have been about a 10 to 12 yard sack suddenly turns into a 15-yard gain with a flag penalty.
Beautiful blitz just did not execute, as they're going to send another one looking middle of the field, and there's the catch, and there's the first down of the game. A very familiar foe. There goes Kevin Lee going up against his former team, won plenty of chips with the Voyagers. He's going to make it 1st and 10.
And this is actually really interesting. You've got Tyler Deathridge, who's won the last 2, including his rookie season, up against upstart Jax James in his rookie season. So 2 really young quarterbacks with very bright futures ahead of them.
Actually, he only won 1 ring. He threw the first time they won the championship in season 8. That was actually by Action Jackson Jr. So he only has 1 ring.
Oh, okay.
Most definitely.
Well, in that case, rookie quarterback trying to defend his title against former rookie quarterback trying to defend his title versus the upstart new rookie quarterback. Either way, both of them have very strong careers ahead of them.
I love to see it. Y'all love to see it in the chat. It's going to be a pass again. They're going to go short, easy first down, going backwards, but regardless of that, going to be a first down play. Jax James, so far, so good. 3 for 3 for 31 yards. And it's interesting enough, these two teams and their two owners, if there's a team that sends just as much as the next guy, Krim, or aka Tom Riddell and Ryan Davis, they both hit the lab. So maybe that's something that the rest of the crew, the rest of the owners could think about. If you want to get the best optimization for your team, you got to put that work.
It's not to say other owners don't.
But it's definitely an advantage for sure, is what I'm really saying here. Being able to see what can happen, what you can do, implement it into the game when it matters. It's going to be a fun ride here. It's going to be 2nd and 6 coming. It's going to be a run there by Austin Wilson, who's going to pick up the first.
And Toronto right now driving against Huntington Beach.
We've seen teams do this before the Huntington Beach, so we're not going to say that they're completely dominating at this point of the game, but definitely encouraging to see the young Bucks here in Toronto. They're doing what they're supposed to do. And they're going to try the blitz, going to roll out, going to be caught again. And Gronky Kong was chasing Jax James, but that is something that you should watch out for. Jax James could run the football here. Avoid those.
He definitely has some legs under him.
Jack's looking like a veteran so far. Once he found his man, settled the feet, throw the pass, the same passage you've been doing in practice has been working for them. 2nd and 2 coming. It's going to be a pass again. Looking middle of the field and caught for the first down. And there goes Thor Voss getting another catch. So far, perfect there for Jax James. Adam Leach there with the tackle. He's looking to get an interception in the United Bowl. He's done it already. He done it last season. I believe it was a pick 6 too, if I could recall, as we see a handoff. And there goes that good run defense there. Steel pads making the tackle there, gain of nothing.
And really probably the first hiccup on this drive for Toronto. Aside from maybe the sack that really wasn't a sack at the very beginning.
Hi, White in the chat asking if he could buy the New Jersey logo. As we see another handoff and another great defensive stand here by Huntington Beach. It's going to make it 3rd and 9 coming up.
Can you buy the New Jersey logo? No, none of our logos are for sale.
But you can buy merch with the logo. Not that like new design. Not sure.
We can talk about it in DMs.
Oh, okay. I know you're getting that. I'm picking up what you're putting down now. As we're going to see the pass again by Jax James. So far, perfect on the day. And there goes his first miss. And that'll settle Toronto for a field goal attempt.
Yeah, we can talk about that in DMs, Ty.
And a lot of people are giving you credit for the field work, Caboose. So shout out to Caboose on that, making the fields. I was the one to put it in, but he made it. As that is going to be a doink, and that is no good. And there goes the second mistake here for Toronto. HBV back on the field. They're going to give it to the big homie. Howard is going to get past the 30. Going to see a 2nd and 4 setup here.
And that might come back to haunt Toronto if this is a close game going down to the wire here. So remember that play. Down to the wire here.
Invite your people. This is the United Bowl, folks. Let's get into it. Sending a man in motion. Gonna stretch this to the left side. There goes Carlson, who keeps his balance and gets the first down. The first of the game here for Huntington Beach. A lot of people in the chat, they're picking Toronto to win this one. 7.2K to 3K. A lot of people think that HBV is going down. And they're going to
I think a lot of people want HPV to go down.
Most definitely.
I think is the better way to put it.
Yeah, as we're going to see Caleb Howard pick up some yards, 2nd and 6 coming. He said, if I lose 3K, I'ma cry. 2nd and 6 coming up. HBV keeping it moving here. And they're going to keep it on the ground. Why not? And he's going to push forward as Caleb Howard, making it a 3rd and manageable. That was a great last push. And he has fight for extra yards for a reason. And that's the main reason there, to make those 3rd downs a lot more feasible.
Well, 3rd and 2, this is a position where you could get off the field, but it's not going to be an easy stop here.
Got the bunch at the top of your screen, trying to spread out that defense. Maybe there's another carry. No, it is not. It's going to be Tyler Deathridge's 2nd pass, and this time it's perfect. It's going to be inside the 45. There goes Earl the Pearl. Went his first check into the United Bowl. Started with Tampa Bay, and he had himself a fairly successful season here in blue. And here's normally where Huntington Beach starts to turn up. If they could get their pass game rolling, a lot of good things happen. They're going to send Carlson in motion and they hand it off, finding a hole, and get stuck right at the end of it by Yogi Barr. And as Caleb Howard, he's doing his running in place, getting them thighs right, getting ready. He's still chugging along, and then he's going to go back into the huddle right there. That's what he do. I told him I'd do that caboose.
That little animation is one of the weirdest I think I've ever seen.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, my man. Any way to get you hyped, as they're going to go to the pistol, going to fake it, looking for a man, going to launch it right side wide open. There goes Howard. He's going to get close to the 35, and that's going to be 3rd and 3. Once again, still manageable here for Huntington Beach.
3rd and 3, a little bit easier from the 3rd and 2 they faced earlier, but definitely need to get this stop here.
Toronto looking for the stop. They send 4. Krim is going to get the pressure on him, and he's going to throw it away. And I seen Krim coming around that edge. Me personally, I would have liked to step around the D lineman, see if you can find somebody. If not, take off to run. But Toronto's going to get that stop.
So Toronto with a doinked field goal, and then gets a stop. Looking like it's probably going to be zeros heading into the 2nd quarter here. But either way, been a great show of defense here from both teams so far.
And Carolina is also going to miss her kick. So we are going to stay scoreless. She did call it. And Toronto is going to get this football right back. Real good field position. Going to be a short drop back. Looking left side and caught. Going to get tackled down by Leach, number 2 against the number 2. Going to be 1st and 10 there for Toronto. That's a fun matchup right there. Phoenix Jones against Adam Leach. 2 players, in my opinion, that are going to be Pro Bowlers at the very least. As we're going to see that formation, going to try the ground game, and he's going to shed a tackle, and he's going to fall forward for a nice gain there. Austin Wilson starting to turn up here, and he's looking like the difference so far for this offense.
Yeah, this run game for Toronto has been lethal throughout the entirety of the playoffs, and I mean, you can't help but wonder if Toronto wins this game, does he win playoff MVP?
Keep doing plays like that. I would like to think that is a big possibility, as they're going to try it again. Once again, good blocking, just enough to get the 1st down. Tackled down by Gina. No, that is actually Titanium T Knight making his first check into the United Bowl. A lot of firsts in this ball game not just on the Toronto side.
Yeah, there's definitely some new faces in this Huntington Beach team, but again, this is the first time any of these guys from Toronto have made the United Bowl, so going to be a lot of firsts all the way around, and going to be a fun, exciting night the rest of the way through.
Good pass there again by Jax James. Another manageable second down coming after Phoenix Jones beats his man. Huntington Beach lives on that bend but don't break type of defense here. 2nd and 2 coming, strong guy formation, and they're going to fake it, looking for a man, launch to the right side, and then tackled immediately. There goes X-Pac. I said it before, and the last time they played, he won this Cornerback of the Year award in Season 7, and he's looking to do it again.
Yeah, X-Pac kind of lurking there. It was just a little bit too far off the ball to make a play on it, but still close enough to get the tackle immediately after the catch.
Almost got a man offsides, and that's to be going to hand it off, pushing forward, and he's not going down on one contact. You got to bring your bodies. Austin Wilson does it again, and they're going to get inside the red zone.
He just powers his way through the entirety of the D line there, and then a couple linebackers on top of it. Austin Wilson is playing some very motivated football right now.
He wants a title, man. He wants to win halfback of the year. He wants to get it all. As we'll see another handoff, shedding off one man and dragging another guy close to the 10-yard line. Another gain of about 8 here. Interesting set here. Huntington Beach is getting beat pretty big on the ground. And if you're on their side, you hope that one of those carries doesn't turn into a big one. As they're going to stretch this one to the left side. Once again, beautiful blocking. And there goes Gina to make the tackle. But it's 1st and goal inside the 5. 9 carries, 44 yards. And I think if you're a Charlotte fan, they're wondering why they didn't do this with Doc.
Yeah, the Charlotte had multiple opportunities in these last couple seasons, could not capitalize. Same with Arizona, though, here in this last Western Conference final. Same with a lot of different teams that could be asking themselves this question: why aren't we running more against Huntington Beach?
And you'd like to think that Huntington Beach is not a team to run against. They have 3, make that 4 capable linebackers in that front. But right now they're getting beat up. And they're going to set up with the 2nd and goal. Here's Toronto. There's going to be a drop back here. Jax James looking for his first United Bowl TD. Not going to come here. Now it's 3rd and goal. Slater in the chat saying, I'm getting my participation award. All that matters. Got to look at Preston Dotson, been there, done that. Looking to get another title for his legacy. 3rd and goal coming. Yeah, no. 3rd and goal shot.
No one cared about Preston Dotson.
I feel that. It's going to be a pass rush trying to get home, and there goes the pass rush there. There goes Josh Loya. Breaking them to the 8, and we'll see David Washington come out for a 2nd attempt.
Well, hopefully this one goes a little bit better than the last.
They're definitely
you can't
close.
Help, maybe.
Yeah, they're definitely closer. So,
and you had someone there on that inside route there, heading off to the sideline, at the top of the screen, that he probably could have hit.
That's what that pressure does. Getting the rookie flustered, kick is up, and we'll see our first points of the day going to Toronto. David Washington able to knock it through. And now Huntington Beach comes back onto the field. They showed a little more life on their offense on the last drive, just wasn't able to get the 3rd down. Now they have a chance to take the lead with a touchdown.
Well, I believe Arizona scored first in their matchup against Huntington Beach, and Huntington Beach came right back and put some points up on the board. So perhaps this is what they needed to get their heads in the game. But either way, Toronto should be ready for a push.
Make sure you like and subscribe. We got the Instagram rolling. If you've been watching the USFA media channel in the Discord, you see I've been posting, have a couple of them up already, and I'm going to get a few more. I'm going to get the graphic up for this game on Instagram, doing a few other things. We're going to get turned up, so make sure you follow. If you got one, make a player. Want to make this real deep in the marketing side of things, as we're going to be returning it. It's going to be Earl Flint taking a pass to 25, and it's going to be 1st and 10 coming. Gonna do a quick motion, and he's going to take off to run. It's Caleb Howard, but once again, great coverage here on the run defense. 6 carries, 23 yards so far, Caboose.
It's not bad, but it's definitely not what Toronto's putting up right now. And if you're Huntington Beach, you need to start matching those numbers, at least in one way, shape, or form.
Yeah, whether that's through the pass game, the run game, even the special teams return, that'll definitely be helpful for sure. As Tyler Dethridge looking for a completion. Going to go ahead and spin away from the pressure, looking for a man. He's just going to take off to run. There goes Krim, who's going to make the tackle. A little high on that one. They didn't call anything, but it's going to be 3rd and 3.
Well, his Krim's all the way up there, not on the line.
Look like they backed him out for a zone, or maybe even a quarterback spy. It looked like he was right on him. Tom in the chat saying that was a zone blitz right there, as they're going to fake the handoff. Brendan Barbo going to be chasing him down for the sack. And I said this defense is about that life. You better watch out for the Wraiths.
Huntington Beach through this first half seems to be having a bit of spot of trouble solving this Wraiths defense.
You got to give credit where credit is due. So far, the game plan is working here for the away team in this particular game. Is going to be a return, taking this past the 30, trying to cut around, but great defense to not give up too much yards. To the 31-yard line is going to be 1st and 10. Strong guy formation, another handoff. Why not? Dragging a man and pushing forward is Austin Wilson, and he's going to crack 50 yards on the ground.
And at this point, he's on pace for a 100-yard game.
Just ridiculous. Got to give Toronto credit. A lot of players and a lot of teams and potentially a league owner is rooting. Just kidding. No, you're not rooting for Toronto. But it's going to be sending this one back thanks to the false start. But a lot of people is rooting for Toronto. They want to drop Huntington Beach down a peg, send them back to earth, as we'll see the run game again, running straight through Sawyer and pushing to the 45-yard line. Austin Wilson on another level.
Man's on a mission right now.
Preston Dotson there with the tackle, but even he couldn't bring him down on. He needed his buddy to bring him down with him. It's 1st and 10 coming. I love to see it. Handoff again, trying to find the crease, and a little bit of a lackluster carry as per what we've been seeing, but he'll pick up 3. Even with that, he was still falling forward, Caboose.
I mean, yeah, he is on a mission right now. He is playing some motivated football. That's a grown man running, and Huntington Beach does not seem to have answers for him.
Julian talking about I'll take 3 there, as they will keep it on the ground. And this time, T Knight was like, I ain't got time for this. We got to get you off the field. 3rd and 5 coming. Third and 5 coming. Should be a pass here. Huntington Beach is going to send 4, makes some move, throws on the run, finds a dot. There goes Kevin Lee. He says, y'all shouldn't have let me go. I want to get something against you. I want a title.
And Toronto, again, moving downfield. And Kevin Lee's pretty open there. He burnt his cover and just had a nice little pocket of space there to make a play.
Back in field goal range here. Final 2.5 minutes. We got halftime coming up. Make sure you watch for that. It's going to be a run at this time. Gina the Cleaner Buckley says no to that play. That'll be a gain of nothing. And we haven't really talked about this in regards to Huntington Beach being in a position where they need to get stops. But my opinion, I say hold them to 3 or get a turnover. I wouldn't give up a touchdown right now as the blitz gets home, and there goes the steel pads getting through the blitz. What a perfectly timed play there.
Yeah, that is exactly what you want to see if you're Huntington Beach right now. Push them out maybe to that fringe field goal range and make this attempt really difficult. Still, though, Toronto has one more down to work with to make this more manageable or even pick up a first down.
3rd and 15 coming up. Steel pads and Gina the Cleaner Buckley singing Who Run the World Girls as they're going to go ahead and make the stop there. And Huntington Beach will hold them to yet another field goal attempt. And we have ourselves another defensive battle here. We haven't seen too many full playoff sets where it's been mostly defense. I'm loving this. A lot of times it's been who could score the most, and majority of the time it'd be 30 points for each team. But here we are, both defenses coming through in the mix. Ryan saying that Caboose poisoned their W, as that is going to be another field goal made there for Toronto. Huntington Beach 2 timeouts, 1 minute 53 seconds. Toronto, just like last game, they'll get the ball back to start this one out. So, my opinion, I think Huntington Beach should get some points on the board here. See if they could get Carlton Banks, see if they could get Ryan Davis, see if they could get Earl Flint involved in this offense. And we haven't said their names that much.
No, Toronto's kind of had their defense, or their Huntington Beach offense on clamps so far. So Huntington Beach, I'm expecting them to probably play the rest of this quarter a bit conservative, and then run into this halftime and try and make some adjustments.
Who saw this coming outside of Toronto? Who saw this
I think a lot of people wanted this to come. So I don't know if anyone saw it coming, but definitely a lot of people were hoping this would come. And Huntington Beach, for the first time, I think, is facing some pressure here. They're not really getting their way, which is unusual territory for them.
And that was another testy pass right there from Tyler Deathridge. 2 for 6, 18 yards in the first half. Did not come into this game thinking that was going to be happening.
Yeah, Deathridge right now needs to find his game, try and keep things under wraps, hold on to the ball for the rest of this half, and get it into halftime.
2nd and 10 coming. It's going to be a short drop back here. Protection solid, but once again, the pass is off the mark here from Deathridge. The pass that we normally see him hit.
And Deathridge, like I said, just seems a little bit off today.
3rd and 10 coming. And they're going to short drop back it again. Going to spin off, throw it, and there goes Deathridge. Going to get his man. There goes Flint for his 2nd catch of the game. They needed that one.
Yeah, big play there for Huntington Beach. Keeps this drive alive. Keeps the ball in their hands and out of Toronto's. And you got to think, maybe with this much time, 2 timeouts left, they could get into field goal range.
They could do a lot with 2 timeouts here. They got plenty of time. They're going to fake it. Beautiful blocking on the outside. And there goes the deep pass in the middle of the field. And there goes the perfect coverage. There goes Toronto.
Well, you had a man open there at the top of the screen at the 10-yard line that they could have hit. But even still, getting a second guy to that ball, making it just a little bit harder to come down with, really setting Toronto up for success here.
Second and 10 coming. Another short drop back. Throws a short. There goes Eric Duncan spinning off a man getting inside midfield. 4 for 10, 44 yards. And me personally, I say another 15, 20 yards or so. They're right back in field goal range. Carolina has a leg. We seen on that first one that they missed, but just a little off.
Yeah, it was a pretty long one. It came out from like the 46-yard line. Where were they kicking that from? So
something like that. Throws a short to Caleb Howard. He's going to get to the 40, and I'm expecting a timeout here. See if they could get a little bit further up.
Yeah, they might let a little bit of clock run off before they take it, but even still, I'd take it pretty soon here. There it is.
I think at this point, try to secure some points. I don't think a touchdown will be too achievable unless they find a big play going down the sideline or something like that. But right now, Toronto's secondary has been picture perfect outside of a few mess-ups there.
For sure. Actually, with halftime coming up, we do have an announcement to make, and we'll probably do our sponsors as well during this halftime show. But big announcement coming up here. We've mentioned it a few times with Arizona, so stay tuned for that here at the end of the quarter.
False start penalty here. Another drop back, goes left side and dropped there by Ryan the Diamond Davis, and he should have came down with that one, Caboose.
He really should have. You don't see him drop that too many times. Might be the melatonin in his dubby, but so I can't take that seriously.
He was wild too.
Honestly, the pass was off too. Ever.
Honestly, the pass was off too. Honestly, the pass should have been way lower, but your wide receiver, your starting wide receiver, you got to hit those, as that is going to be caught, and he does get out of bounds. So that does work out in their favor.
Saves them a timeout.
Yeah.
Saves them a timeout.
Sean Justice from Anchorage saying that with drops like that, Ryan Davis, maybe you should want me to be on your team. And that's very uncharacteristic for sure, as we're going to see 3rd and 2, 29 seconds left, and they're going to short drop it. Looking left side wide open. There goes the catch inside the 5. And Huntington Beach, they could rush it, see if they could punch it in, give themselves a chance.
Well, I mean, you got to take a timeout here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe if they was able to give themselves one more try, but it is what it is. But they could still do one more try from here, from the 4-yard line. But they got to make sure they go towards the end zone or throw it away. If it's inside, if it's inside that range, like, you're asking for trouble.
Yep, and if you are anything less than a touchdown, you don't want to complete it.
1st and goal.
Because you got to preserve that clock.
1st and goal. Looking for the pass here. Going to step back a little bit and throws a pick. It's going to be taken out of the end zone, and he's going to stop this drive. That is tough, and it's the Juice Man in the chat. Tomlin Juice to taking it back, and they'll take the knee, and that is just crazy.
Man, what a wild way to finish that drive off and this half. Could have been a massive touchdown there, but Tomlin Juicer on the lurk picks it off, brings it back, and Toronto sitting pretty with a 6-0 lead still.
All right, we go into the 3rd quarter. I will pause it after the kickoff, as that is just wild. Good job, Toronto, as we'll see the return there by Cam Jones, taking a pass to 20, stopped by Preston and Eric Duncan, and we have made it to halftime, folks.
You know, welcome to the United Bowl. Tomlin Juicer. And we do have some pretty big announcements really quick. We are going to go through our affiliates really quick and our sponsors. First up, Dubby, the official energy drink of the USFA. Be sure to pick it up. This is the last day that you can use code USFAS10 to get 10% off of your order. Starting tomorrow, I believe it goes to USFAS11 just in case you don't get paid today. Be sure to pick some up. Don't pick up the one that Huntington Beach has. That's obviously drugged. And every order you get there helps us directly. Next up, we have Paladem, our software development partner. They're going to be doing our upcoming software whenever we manage to get the funds to do that. But the great company, if you need any software for your business, that is the place to go. Go ahead, get up in talks with them, and you'll be directly supporting us. Up next, we have our Discord affiliates, starting with Goals, Great One Hockey League Sim. I believe they're getting close to the end of their 9th season. If you like what we're doing but want to do it in hockey, that's the place to go. Great group, great community, great set of owners. Then we have the GSB. Some of you folks might be in there already. That is the Gold Standard Basketball, and they have their 3rd season rolling right now. I believe they have Kentucky and Ohio playing here in a little bit. Then, moving forward, we have our collegiate affiliate, the ECFL. Go over there, make your player. After just 4 short seasons, you will be heading to our USFA draft. Each year, it's a great show. We look forward to having you there. Be sure to check them out if you're interested in college football. And all of that said and done, we have an announcement to make. The Arizona Rattlers are going to be moving. This is the first time we've had a franchise move, and they are going to be moving to Detroit. They will still be in the Western Conference next season, but please welcome the Detroit Hellhounds to the league starting next season. Stacks, aren't you?
I had a fun time rolling with this team here. As you see, got the field rolling there. They have the arrows on both sides. You can't see it on the other side, but if you want to kind of zoom in with the actual, with your Twitch and everything, you'll see the pink arrows going towards the pink end zone, and then on the opposite side you see the blue end zone at the bottom left of your screen, and there are blue arrows going to the other side. And I will be working on the stadium in the off season, so I don't have too much on the boundaries, but those will be flipped and getting those ready to go for Detroit. Shout out to Motor City. We're going to be heading out. It's really, really nice there. I love the jersey as well. As you see, the vivid blue, the white, and the midnight blue, which will be their colors, and along with that pink as well. So make sure you watch out for that. Hellhound Nation is going to be fun, and can't wait to see what Kowoo does. They made it to the conference championship in Arizona. They're going to be just as strong and even better. And that is definitely you guys there, Swoosh House. That'll be your new brand that you'll be representing, your new team, and going to be a fun ride. And I see Kowoo in the chat. He hyped up, and it's going to be sweet. What are your thoughts on the branding, Caboose, before we get to the next segment?
This particular brand was probably one of the biggest pain in my asses to produce. Took way too long, but really happy with the finished product and really looking forward to seeing them on the field. Can't wait to see what Cal does with this. So, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get this ship rolling back into the third quarter. Make sure to stick around. At the end of the third quarter, we are doing our Season 10 USFA jersey giveaway. So be sure to stick around for that.
Let's go ahead and get into it. As we are here in the third, Toronto up 6-0. Huntington Beach's defense on the field looking to get their offense back on. They send the blitz. It doesn't get home. Pass is good. there to Kevin Lee, who's going to pick up about 9 and some change. Definitely a big setup here. As I gotta change this off there. And let me go ahead. Yep, cool. As we're going to set up 2nd and inches here. Toronto looking to make it a 2-score ball game via field goal or TD, whichever comes first. As it's going to be a pass here. Jax James looking, taking off to run, and runs out of time as Josh Sloyer is going to pick up sack number 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 7.
Interesting that they moved away from the run game with this. You'd like to see them just run that up the gut real quick and pick up the first down.
And now they definitely can't use the run here, as we'll see 3rd down coming. Huntington Beach is looking for an opportunity to get that football back. Going to be passing it again. Pocket's perfect. Throws it right side. It's going to be incomplete. Unable to get a 2nd foot and falls out of bounds and not even close to the first down mark. Toronto starting out very slow. Huntington Beach looking to take advantage.
And Huntington Beach here with a prime opportunity to get into the end zone after their blown attempt last time down to the red zone.
People in the chat are trying to set Toronto up with that spirit bomb, holding their hands up in the air, giving Toronto their energy, as Huntington Beach will start at the 29-yard line, hoping their first half doesn't translate into the second.
Yeah, I'm wondering what adjustments were made here at the half. What was said in that Huntington Beach locker room, as we see immediately a dot there, I believe, to Earl Flint.
No, that is Eric Duncan.
Duncan, okay. I'm not good with the numbers.
Yeah, it's cool. We all mess up sometimes. Like, we didn't hear you for the first, 2 minutes of the stream, so it is what
this is
it
true.
is. But we have Toronto on defense. Krim, he's looking to make an impact. He's at the top of the D-line, number 78, with the black arm sleeves. As we're going to see a handoff, there goes Caleb Howard, who's going to fall forward for a gain of 1. 7 carries for 24 yards.
Yeah, definitely a quiet night for Krim, actually. Haven't heard anything from him outside of maybe a tackle or 2.
He's looking to ruffle the feathers of the big homie Deathridge. Huntington Beach has to get past McField to make it happen. Gonna be looking, faking the handoff. There goes Krim, moves him to the right side, and he has to throw it away there. As Krim hasn't had the splash plays, but his presence has been felt. He's done that a few times so far tonight.
Yeah, definitely forced the quarterback to move a little bit out of the pocket, and eventually he just kind of had to throw that away, ran out of time.
3rd and 9 coming up. Gonna be passing it again. Protection solid. Looks left side. Catches it in traffic is Ryan the Diamond Davis. And that's going to help out real big there for Huntington Beach.
Yeah, it makes up there for that drop earlier in the game that he had.
Tom Riddell in the chat calling for a chop block. A chop block is when a defender is engaged with the blocker and then another defender chops him down. You can definitely hit him low if there is only one offensive lineman / halfback / fullback on him. So no penalty on that, as we see a hurdle there by Tim Carlson, and he's going to push past, almost past the 30. And that'll definitely get him in some good field goal range at the very least, but they're looking for more than that, Caboose.
Well, and suddenly you start to see Huntington Beach get their mojo under them, and if you're Toronto, that's got to be concerning.
2nd and 2 coming up. Got ourselves a great game here tonight. 6-0 Huntington Beach in scoring distance. They're going to go with the reverse and find the hole. Going to juke up. Gets close to the 20. Caleb Howard starting to turn up, and he's averaging 4 a carry so far tonight.
Yeah, Howard with his biggest carry of the game so far there. I believe that was about 10 to 15 yards, somewhere in that range.
Mm-hmm. Definitely a great job there. First and 10 coming up. Tim Carlson's back there now, spelling the backs a little bit, giving them some breathers as they're going to send Ansel Tavian in motion, and they're going to go ahead and hand it off, pushing forward, gets to the 20, and that's really about it. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Make it 2nd and 9.
He got stuffed there, almost at the line of scrimmage. Lucky, I think, just to get a yard.
This is what we live for, the United Bowl. I love to see it. Huntington Beach has to dig themselves out of a little bit of a pothole, not quite out of the range, going to throw it short and caught and pushing forward. There goes Davis again for a second catch on this drive, and that's enough for the first. Not quite 1st and goal, but definitely encouraging to see if you're a Huntington Beach fan.
You know, and this is what you need to do to start the half. Come down and hopefully put yourself in a position to score some points.
Single back set. Caleb Howard is back there. Short drop back, looking for a man. Has the man open. Misses Flint wide. That was a touchdown right there, Caboose.
It was. If he simply managed to hit his target, I believe that goes for 6.
So up to this point, Tyler Deathridge has not been pretty in the red zone. Already thrown a pick right before the half. Honestly, if you want to look at it, Huntington Beach should be in the lead, all things considered, but not to be. Is going to be passing it, looking, and almost throws another pick, and it's 3rd and 10. It's getting a little bit too dicey here with these passes from Deathridge.
You know, I'm not sure I agree with the decision making going on right here. You know, there's other routes that are a little bit easier to hit, a little bit safer, higher percentage, one might say, to sound real fancy, but Deathridge needs to calm down here.
Gonna be passing it again, looks left side and throws another pick. Oh my goodness, D'Angelo Jackson. Oh wow, Toronto's defense is on point tonight.
That is not what you want to see. 2 trips to the red zone, 2 interceptions, as that's almost a sack there.
What an athletic play there from D'Angelo Jackson. They raved about this kid, and he's looking real nice so far tonight. 2 red zone interceptions here for Toronto. Granted, Toronto still has some work to do to put it away if possible, as we see a short drop back, throws it, and he's going to miss on the slant route, and now it's a 3rd and 10 on Toronto's side. Toronto's
well, it stops the clock too.
Yeah, Toronto's completely gone away from the run game.
Which is weird because the run game was working really, really well for them earlier.
Huntington Beach has been in this situation before this season. Offense hasn't been clicking. Defense keeps them in the game. Just give them enough time to come back into it. As Jack James is going to throw it and almost throws it, and Preston dropped this pick. And regardless of that, Huntington Beach is getting the football back. But in my opinion, Preston should have held on to that one.
Yeah, it's definitely a ball Preston would like to have back, but that's why people say he's washed.
He is getting up there in age for sure, and he's definitely trying his best to keep up with the young bucks. He did a great job to at least hold them, but that would have put him at the 30 as opposed to where they'll start after this punt return. Is going to be Ryan Davis, who's going to use that speed, a spin move, and gets close to the 45, and that's definitely encouraging to see. But we'll see what Huntington Beach does right now. What's going on? Jesus Saves up in the chat. Or Jesus, I don't know if that's Jesus, but it's going to be a handoff. There goes Howard, who's going to rumble forward and gets close to midfield. Make it to the 49-yard line.
That would definitely be Jesus. Although, I don't know why anyone would put Jesus Saves. Doesn't sound accurate.
Hey, Jesus is another way I'd say it. He said he just joined the college league a couple of days ago. Well, we'll see you in 4 seasons, my homie. Keep plugging away.
You know what? Just join the college league. I think you're eligible for a first-time player here in the USFA. So if you want to start your pro career, you could probably do that too.
That would be awesome for sure. And you do have the draft coming up in a week, so make sure you watch out for that. Saturday and Sunday, rounds 1 through 3 will be on Saturday. Rounds 4 through 7 will be on Sunday. And I already have that taken care of. All I gotta do is optimize the screen where it shows the players, and we'll be all good to go. It's 1st and 10. There goes Caleb Howard with a juke and pushing forward, and he's starting to turn up on the ground game, kind of like what Austin Wilson was doing in the first half, and he's been a big help in the second.
Yeah, it definitely has been, and you think maybe Huntington Beach should try and utilize this a little bit more in the red zone and try and punch one in that way.
That second effort gave him a first down. Big difference between 2nd and 2 and 1st and 10, as they're going to send Caleb in motion and hand it off to the other halfback. There goes Carlson, but there is a flag. I believe that might be a block in the back, maybe. No, this said it's a hold on the right guard, so that'll make it 1st and 17.
Tough break there, but even still, plenty of time here to make those yards back up. And with the way they're running, I don't think it'd be too hard.
Looking Field wide open. There goes Flint again, getting all those yards back and then some, making it 2nd and 3. Definitely field goal range at this point. But like I said, they're looking for more, and honestly, they should have had more if we're being honest with each other.
Yeah, I think Toronto was in a good position there to make that stop. The hold definitely kind of sucked, but this is still a very manageable situation for them right now.
Faking the handoff, Blitz is getting home, hit as he throws another pick. It's going to be returned to the 20. Oh my goodness. Phoenix Jones Jr. gets his interception, and it gets worse for Huntington Beach.
This is brutal. I'm kind of wondering what is going through Deathridge's head right now. You can't really throw that just upfield out of pressure like that. That's a disaster waiting to happen. If you're going to throw a ball away, you got to throw it out to the sidelines.
Wow. This is probably the worst we've ever seen Huntington Beach in the last 3 seasons.
This is probably, even still, Huntington Beach has over 200 yards of offense, so it's not like they're playing poorly. They're just not finishing off drives.
Pushing forward. It's going to be another 3rd down set. Gina DeClina Buckley and Adam Leach there on the tackle. 3rd and 2 coming up, and I believe that's the first carry this half there for Wilson.
I believe you are correct.
Or did they run on 1st down? I don't know if they did.
No, I don't think they've run at all.
Yeah. Jack James in the chat talking about keep your head up, Tito. You still the best quarterback ever. The trash talk is here as they will keep it on the ground and falling forward, and that's enough for the first right there. Nope, they said his knee hit. I don't know about that spot, Caboose.
That's a little bit questionable, but we'll see if Toronto decides to go for it here on 4th down. It is pretty deep in their own territory. I think they're going to punt.
I doubt it. They're going to go ahead and send it. I don't know about that spot. I think that is worth at least a challenge, as they're going to try to block it. Preston was right there, but couldn't hit it. Going to be looking to turn up, just going to rumble forward, and great job there from the second defender to hold him past the 24, actually right at the 24. Let's try
way to flip the field there.
Once again, the Huntington Beach defense holding them to what they're supposed to be, as they're going to hand it off, and Caleb Howard is going to push forward. 12 carries, 56 yards, a respectable game in my personal opinion. Going to be 2nd and 8.
Second and 8, time running out here on this 3rd quarter. And with just a 4th quarter left, it's still a 1-possession game, has been all game. Nothing quite really to pick out in terms of offense between these two teams, except for the 3 interceptions that Deathridge has thrown.
And if Dexter Hall was paying attention, it should have been 4 and potentially a touchdown. He looked like he had some room to take it up, but it's 3rd and 8 here. And don't forget, we got the jersey giveaway coming at the end of the 3rd quarter. But 3rd and 8 coming. What a game. I did not expect this when we hit that play game button. Going to pass it again. Steps up, avoids the sack, and throws it away. And it didn't look like too much was open. Maybe one if he was to throw it deep to that left side, but Toronto's getting to the head of Tyler Deathridge right now.
Yeah, Deathridge, his head is spinning clearly. Someone needs to settle him down. Maybe give him some more of that melatonin.
4th and 8 coming up. Sacco Sid in the chat saying that's better than the INT. As it looks like they're going to be going into the fourth quarter down 6 points, as we'll see the return there by Cam Jones, close to the 35. And we're back into the mix again, folks. Offense back onto the field. Toronto looking to get something cooking. As Huntington Beach will send the blitz, but it doesn't get home, and it allows Austin Wilson to fall forward. Preston finishes the job on the tackle. 80 yards on the ground on 18 carries there for Wilson.
When you got to expect, if this score holds into the fourth, he's going to start getting a lot more work.
Most definitely. 2nd and medium here. Probably see one more play before the end of the third quarter. Second and 5 coming up. They're going to send a man in motion. And they're going to hike it again. Looking for it. Hold the kid, and he's going to pick up the first. And that is going to be enough to pick the first down. Let's go ahead and flip into the fourth. Throw your fours up, as we'll go ahead and pause after this play. 1st and 10 coming. It's going to be a drop.
Go ahead.
Going to look left side and caught, and he's going to make the catch shy of the first down mark. 2nd and 3, and we could go ahead and get into that giveaway.
Absolutely. So there were, I believe, 98 total entries into this giveaway. So thank you guys for making this a memorable giveaway in our 10th season anniversary. I know I had promised a rankings list of the top players to ever play. That fell off a boat with our kind of, I guess, draft writer that we have, Jade Carpenter, not being able to continue for some reason. Need to check in with her. But regardless, the top 15, if anyone was interested, we had Brent Scone at 15, Hank Falco at 14, Darren Eliason at 13, Preston Dotson at 12, Vic Dotson 11, Sassafras at 10, your mom at 9, Fredericks Kaiser at 8, Caitlin Montaigne at 7, Joseph at 6, Bob McBob, the strong safety, at 5, Ulf Jacobson at 4, Action Jackson, the running back, at 3rd, Dexter Jackson, currently on New York, and 2nd, Rebecca Montaigne, there at number 1. But without further ado, let's get into that giveaway.
These are ads before a giveaway. This is cruel.
That's unfortunate. Get a sub.
Get a sub.
And Stacks, who is going to be winning this jersey?
Just letting it load up. Give me 1 second.
Gotcha. Gives Wolf Gold here a chance to get through those ads real quick. I will say, I believe Ryan Davis had 23 of the 98 entries, so he's got roughly a 25% chance to win this thing.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Mm-hmm.
So while Stacks is having getting everything loaded up here, set up, I don't know if we're going to continue doing this jersey giveaway each season, but I do believe that the runner-up of the Unitable will be winning a jersey regardless, just for making it to this point. And then the Unitable winners will be getting 2 championship rings, one for the owner, one for whoever the owner deems is their playoff MVP. So definitely a reason to show up, turn up in chats here, get your TPE, get everything ready to go for your player, as there are some prizes to be won for coming out to these games.
And we have our winner here, and it will go to Gina the Cleaner Buckley from Huntington Beach, linebacker, getting the set. Congratulations.
So, Gina, if you want to just jump into my DMs after this, or during this, whenever you wish, hit me up with some contact info, and I will be getting that sent out your way.
Very nice. Congratulations. Got a jersey coming to HBV. And outside of that, I think we can go ahead and get into it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Let's get it going.
Let's go ahead and do it. Best of luck once again to Toronto and Huntington Beach. As we get back into the ball game, Toronto holds a 6-0 lead here in the fourth. 11 minutes, 56 seconds left on the clock. HBV looking for a stop. Toronto looking to put this one away. A field goal could make it a 2-score ball game. But HBV ain't worried. They said they ready to get it going as that pass is off the mark. And that looked pretty close to a chance for INT.
I don't think it was. I think the ball was far enough away from everyone, but that was definitely a catchable ball if it was a little bit more accurate.
Would it be poetic justice that Huntington Beach's first loss will be in a shutout? With how many times that they've shut out other teams, not just in this season, but in previous seasons. It's going to look short, and a great defensive play there from T. Knight there on Dusty Rooks. HBV's defense gets to stop early in the fourth. If they could get a touchdown, if they could get the touchdown or some points here, that'll definitely start to change the tide here.
You know, and I think game's not over yet. Still plenty of time left to pick up a touchdown here in this fourth quarter.
Krem wanted to go for it. I don't know if that'll be smart as that one looks to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. HBV back into the mix. Tyler Deathridge threw 3 picks. He needs to tighten up here. This will be a perfect time to do it. Looking for a man. Gonna throw it. Gonna sit in the pocket. Taking off to run. Using his legs. He's trying to find a way to get away. He's gonna hang on to it. Picks up about 3. And that's about as best he was able to do on that one. Make it 4.
4 yards on that play. A pretty broken play, all said and done. But great way to turn something out of nothing there. It looked like he was about to get blown up for a 5-yard loss.
Able to make it happen there. Got to get past the 30 to keep the drive alive. Going to be looking here. Looking, stand in the pocket, throws it right side and tackled after the catch. Going to be a short gain of about 2. It's 3rd and 4.
Caleb Howard there with the 6-yard reception. My voice is starting to go out.
Going to be passing it here. Krem's trying to get around the edge. Going to take off to run. Going to use his legs. Stands in it. Steps up. Throws it straight to a defensive player that could not hang on. Tom LaJuice almost had his second.
That should have been a pick. There's no getting around that. That was 100% an easy pick. Still a defensive stop for Toronto, but you'd like to have the pick there.
The Huntington Beach team in the chat bewildered. In the chat, as is the majority of the people currently watching, as that was almost blocked. And we'll see the punt. Going to be ran down and tackled immediately. So not a lot on the return. Great job there by Carolina. The defense has to work. Maybe they need something on the defensive end to get them cooking.
Yeah, perhaps, but I'm thinking you're going to need to force a fumble here.
Gonna be going with the rollout, throws the right side, holds onto it through contact, and that was a great catch. There goes Phoenix Jones making it happen.
Toronto right now looking real dangerous in this game in general, and they have a real opportunity here to put a squeeze down on Huntington Beach.
1st and 10 coming. Looking for a handoff. Decent block. It runs through a crowd to not take 1 yard. He's going to pick up 5.
Yeah, 20 for 92, and with this much time left, he will hit that 100-yard mark at some point today. Excellent game on the ground from him.
Had to ping the crew again. Why not? Passing the right side and caught for another 1st down play. There goes Kevin Lee making it happen against his former team. I said it a couple times. Watch out for 83. You did say Rebecca Montaigne. He was one of her biggest targets in her career. Helped to get a couple rings there in the blue.
Absolutely. Yeah, Kevin Lee definitely been a part of some big championship teams.
That's got to raise his legacy, getting 2 different quarterbacks a ring. As we're going to see a handoff, spinning off one guy, gets to midfield, going to pick up 1 yard, and he's 6 yards away from cracking a century mark here.
And he'll definitely get the opportunity to hit it. So I don't think it's a matter if, it's a matter of when.
Stoneway rooting for Toronto, trying to give Toronto the spirit ball energy, and there goes the pass rush, almost getting to Jack Shames, and that's going to be no good there. It's going to set up 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. I mean, you would have liked to just see them keep that ball on the ground with the run game, keep this clock moving, turn it more and more into an enemy of Huntington Beach. As 22 there is a big-ass man.
No one expected the score to be 6-0 here in the 4th quarter. Going to be passing it again. Looking left side, and
that's a duck.
If Adam Leach was paying attention, probably pick 6.
that was a pretty bad pass there. Who is number 22, by the way, on Huntington Beach?
That is Steel Pads.
Okay, that is a big-ass woman. Those are some big shoulders.
That's a big. That's a big. 4th and 8. Here's the punt. Sending this one to the left side. It will be inside the 20. And that's a great job there from the veteran David Washington, a top 3 kicker / punter in league history, in my personal opinion. How dare you say that about my wife? I love it. 1st and 10. I love BBW's passing it. It's going to be caught in. There goes the big homie. We haven't said his name all day long. There goes Carlton Banks, airing his first United Bowl appearance. 1st and 10.
Yeah, Carlton Banks been silent all day, but this is a perfect time for him to start getting his presence known. There's no time like the present, down by 6, a single possession.
Actually, I take that back. I believe he was there last season. I believe he was drafted last season. But regardless of that, a great job there from number 14, hitting to Carlton. Looking and going to be incomplete, and almost caught and almost picked off. Ryan Davis went up to the heavens for that one, but he couldn't bring it down.
Yeah, mad scramble there for that ball. Love to see the effort there from both sides. They know what's at stake at this late in the game. Putting everything on the line right now.
That was almost INT number 4 there for Deathridge. And what has been a complete nightmare of a ball game just on his part, as it's going to be a fake of the handoff here, setting up the play action, going to be caught again by Banks, and maybe this is what they've been missing. Get your slot into the mix, and Carlton Banks is making it happen, Caboose.
Yeah, for sure, but they still have a long way to go down this field, so hopefully they can sustain this drive and not throw another red zone interception.
They're hoping they got that out of the way in the first 3 quarters, right? It's first and 10 coming. Undefeated streak and the championship at stake, but Krim says he wants a chip. He said, step up your blocking. 2nd and 17.
Grim, as I mentioned earlier, was being a pretty quiet all game, but finally breaking through that O-line for a huge sack late in this fourth quarter.
2nd and 17 coming. Gonna fake the handoff here. Krem is looking to get off again. Throws this one away. 2 straight plays there by Krem Reaper. Honestly, Deathridge need to keep on running at the very least. He stopped.
Yeah, he tried to set his feet there for just a second, but Krim noticed it immediately, popped off his block, and was in his face in a hurry.
3rd and 17 coming. I wouldn't call this 4-down territory at this current moment, but they have to get pretty deep if they want the first down. Gonna pass it here. Taking off to run. Throws it to the right side. There is a flag. I don't know what it is. That is a roughing the passer penalty. Couldn't have asked for worse timing there for Toronto, and they just gave HBV life.
Absolutely, they just brought this drive back from the dead, and Huntington Beach gonna try and take advantage of it. Not on this play though.
Yeah, that was in double coverage right there. 1.5 coverage, I would say. 2nd and 10 coming. .46 yards, an extra point to take the lead here in the fourth quarter. Looking for a man taking off to run. Gonna throw it short. There is a flag. What is the penalty here? It is another roughing the passer penalty. I think the melatonin is wearing off.
Someone get more in that W quick.
1st and 10 coming. Looking for a man here. Sits in the pocket. Protection's breaking down. It's going to be sacked this time around. Not roughing. It's going to be Matthew Owsley taking him back to the 36-yard line.
This is Toronto, 3 straight plays getting into the backfield and getting a hit on the QB. I'm not too sure how close those last 2 hits were, but this time it's definitely a sack.
I don't know about the closest. Maybe it was bringing them down to the ground too hard. Maybe I don't know. But we're gonna be passing it again. Looking for a man off the back foot. Finds Davis. Gets the first down to the 20. And that was an immaculate pass there on the run there by Deathridge. That's why he's looking like the MVP potentially.
And so now the question is, it's late in the game. Huntington Beach is down only by 6. It's a 1-score game. They can take a lead with an extra point. But they've thrown 2, 3 red zone interceptions at this point.
Yeah, 2 in red zone and 1 like barely out of it. Looking right side, gonna be caught. Turn it up. There goes Cassius Castle. He's the backup for your backup, and he's getting to the 4-yard line. And we've seen this story before, folks. They've gotten here too many times to count. Honestly, everything goes well. HBV should be in the lead, but they could turn their favors here in a good way. Making it happen now, Caboose.
Now, this is going to be a wild finish here because no matter what, Toronto is going to have time to put up another drive.
Short drop back. Then they learned their lesson. Yes, they did. Earl, the Pearl, Flint, getting it done. Tie ball game here in the fourth. Carolina looking to give them their first lead.
Well, and this is the time to do it. There is less than 4 minutes to go in this game. All that comes down to now is, can Toronto get downfield and kick a field goal?
Carolina Andrianic, she missed the field goal earlier, not missing the extra point. HBV, you have the lead. But this game is not over, just like you said. All 3 timeouts, 3 minutes, 41 seconds. This is worth another pin in the chat. I don't care. Caboose, fire me.
I will.
Okay.
Dax, you're fired. Looks like I need a new streamer. What's this? Oh, what's your name? Stacks? Hi, I'm Caboose. I'm looking for a streamer. Are you interested in the position?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, you're hired.
Damn it. How did I bring myself back into a spot I was fired in?
No, don't worry. We fired a different Stacks. It's a different person.
Oh, yeah, true. Felt.
But probably the biggest 3 minutes 41 seconds here of Toronto's existence so far. And we'll see what they do with it here, as that's taken up past the 22.
Best case scenario, all they need is a field goal. They don't need the touchdown here. They just need to get down the field, make it happen for the big homie, David Washington, as we see the quick pitch and going to be caught and going to drag his way to the 29. Definitely a good start.
Absolutely. No need to really rush anything. You've got plenty of time. You might even be able to run the ball still. I personally wouldn't call any bit of your playbook out of the question here.
Gonna be looking for a man wide open. There goes Kevin Lee. Why not get the veteran in the mix down to the 41-yard line? And time continues to tick off.
And you know what? There is a pretty good point here in the chat. That missed field goal from Toronto might cost them at this point.
If
they had made that, yeah, if they made that, they'd be winning. Vice versa, if Huntington Beach goes on to lose this game 9-7 or however much it might be, that field goal that they missed might hurt them.
17 for 27, 154 yards. Toronto got a 2nd and 10 situation. In my opinion, it's 4-down territory.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way this is not 4-down territory.
2nd and 10 coming, passing it again, looking for a man. Protection solid. Going to throw this one to the right side, out of the sideline. Big 3rd down coming. And also, we talked how great Toronto's defense has been with the INTs, but none of this would be possible if Huntington Beach's defense wasn't doing their job on the other side. You got to give them credit.
Absolutely. I mean, these defensive players on both sides have been putting on a clinic. One's been making a little bit bigger splash plays than the other, but either way,
they're going to carry it. So with that play, you have to think that it is 4 down. That is the mind, the thoughts going through the mind of Tom Krim. Get yourself a chance to make a 4th down easier. 4th and 5 is definitely manageable here. Huntington Beach, I'm sure they're going to be sending the house, try to ruffle the feathers of that quarterback as they hit the 2-minute warning.
This is probably one of the tightest finishes we've had in recent memory for the United Bowl.
I said this before it started. I thought there was only 1 or 2 teams that was going to be able to beat Huntington Beach. Arizona and Toronto. And as we've seen, the 2 closest games up to this point outside of the overtime there from Arizona is going to be crazy. It's going to be caught. There goes Phoenix Jones keeping the drive alive.
What a play.
Ballsy. And it worked out. Adam Leach was right there too. Beautiful coverage, but once again, the perfect pass.
There's no defense for the perfect pass.
No huddle set. Toronto trying to get close. 1st and 10, passing it, looking for a man, looking left side, and caught again, gets to the 35. Calling the timeout is Huntington Beach.
Interesting play there, calling the timeout.
I'm thinking the run game is coming.
I'm thinking that's going to start coming too. Wear out Huntington Beach's timeouts, maybe get another, 5, 6, 7 yards and make this kick a little easier.
A field goal from here would be 51 yards. 1st and 10 coming. Jack James inching closer to a victory. Handoff and falling forward again, getting to the 30. Another timeout here by Huntington Beach.
They're trying to, 30.
Yeah, the 30, yeah. So it looks like Huntington Beach is selling out to try to give themselves one last chance if that's the case. 2nd and 6 coming. Wow, what a game here. 2nd and 6. Can Toronto do the unthinkable? As they will keep it on the ground. Bounces it to the outside, and great outside defense there by Gina the Cleaner Buckley. She got her jersey on the way. And there's going to be a gain of 1. A kick from here will be 47 yards out. And HBV cannot stop the clock from here on out. So
this is true. And you know what? I'm thinking one more run, make it a 30-something yard field goal or so. Or if you get the first down, you can basically ice this game.
Yes, most definitely. 3rd and 5 coming. Biggest play of Toronto's career right here. And they're going to pass it. Looking for it, man. Throws it short. And it will be caught. Though, at the very least, it does keep the clock rolling. But it only picks up 1 yard. The biggest kick of David Washington's career is here.
Absolutely. This is for the game. This is for the Unitable, this kick. And I don't think Toronto is going to leave much time for Huntington Beach to do much of anything.
46-yard kick, or 45 and a half, if that's where you want to see that ball right there. Kick is up from the left hash. It looks like it's going good. Toronto takes the lead. 35 seconds left. Huntington Beach, they need to get something clicking.
Well, this is do or die time here, and you have to send everything downfield, and you have to get everything to the sidelines to preserve as much clock as possible.
Wow. Huntington Beach, 35 seconds away from their 2.5 long season streak going down the drain, and no three-peat.
You know what? It's really hard to win a championship in this league. I will put it out there. There's a lot of teams. There's a lot of parity within this league. The fact that Huntington Beach has been able to go undefeated for almost 2 full seasons is a miracle.
Austin Wilson.
If I have to say so myself.
Austin Wilson in chat. My stress level watching this TV, watching this on my TV. Tom is like, I will not call it until it is zeros on the board, as Earl Flynn is going to try his best to get to the 30, and there's only 30 seconds left. Huntington Beach, they need a big play here.
They do, and I'm guessing they're sending everyone deep right now with the halfback as a safety valve in case nothing opens up.
They send the blitz, it don't get home. It'll be in bounds. They need to hurry it up. They might have time for one more play. I'm thinking Hail Mary here.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
15 seconds. It's ticking, but they will have a chance. No huddle. They have the Hail Mary set here. Tyler Deathridge, his first loss. Is it happening here? He's going to throw it short, and that's unfortunate. That is not how it's going to go down. You have yourselves a new champion. It's going to Canada. The Toronto Wraiths. They're going to pick it up. 9-7 is your score. And a lot of people are going to be clamoring to chat on the AI. But don't forget how we got here. 3 interceptions within the 30-yard line. Huntington Beach had their chances. Got to give your dubs. Got to give your GGs to Toronto. But the championship is going to be draped in orange. And that's crazy.
That is a wild way to finish this off, but congratulations to the Toronto Wraiths, 2 seasons into the league, and they are champions, the first expansion team to make the Unitable, the first expansion team to win the Unitable. Congratulations to Andre Krim and the Toronto Wraiths.
Oh, wow. Just ridiculous, man. And honestly, Huntington Beach, even with the loss, the amazing run that they've had since season number 8 is nothing to sneeze at. They have nothing to be ashamed about. even with how this game particularly happened, just looking at the whole spectrum of how they've been since we moved to the Madden era, this is something that you could definitely love to see, love to talk about. 2 for 3 is not a bad thing, and obviously they'll have the same talent coming into next season. It's hard for me to think that they won't be back here or at least have themselves a really good chance to be back here. But before I get into the stats, do you have any thoughts on Huntington Beach?
Like you said, I think they're going to be back here next season. They're not losing much next year. They don't have much draft capital, but even still, they're not losing anyone from this core. So I'm expecting them to have another solid run next season and try and right the ship again.
Tyler Deathridge, as we go into these stats, 19 for 40, 244 yards, 1 TD, 3 interceptions, all within the span of the 30-yard line. Like I said before, they had their chances, but got to give credit to that Toronto team making it happen there. And we'll go and talk about the defense in a little bit, but Jack James doing his thing, 20 for 31, 176 yards. I wouldn't call this player of the game or player of the United Bowl territory. We'll go ahead and check the rest of the stats as we see Austin Wilson didn't get any TDs, but was a huge factor for Toronto getting the W. 24 for 103. Caleb Howard, a strong effort there from the rookie, 12 for 56. Tim Carlson, 3 for 14. 2 for 9 there for Deathridge. Braxton gets 1 for 4. Jack James 1 for -1. Longest carry was 13 yards, and that's just a testament to both defenses here. No big carries here tonight. 13 yards on that. Receiving wise, we'll start with Huntington Beach. Earl Flint led the way, 6 catches, 78 yards, and a TD. A great job there from him. Caleb Howard, 4 for 23. He wished that last catch didn't happen for that last catch. You hate to see it, but Carlton Banks, 3 for 63. He got into the mix late. Ryan the Diamond Davis, 3 for 47. And we see right there to the right of your screen, 3 drops. Eric Duncan, 2 for 18. 1 for 15 for Cassius Castle. Longest catch, Carlton Banks there for 28 yards. Looking at the rates, I almost said the wrong word. Y'all ain't catch me slipping. Not all the way, at least. Kevin Lee there, 5 for 72. Phoenix Jones, 4 for 42. Dusty Rooks, 3 for 25. Austin Wilson, 3 for 9. Braxton McFadden, 2 for 14. Thor Voss, 2 for 7. Cam Jones, 1 for 7. Drop-wise, no drops for Toronto. A great job there. And Kevin Lee did have the longest catch of 27 yards. Yet another ring there for the legacy of Kevin Lee. A great job there. Looking at defense, Yogi Barr doing Yogi Barr things. 15 total tackles there on the day. D'Angelo Jackson, 9 tackles out the cornerback spot, 8 there for Phoenix Jones Jr. Kilo Mack was 6. Crim Reaper, Brendan Barbeau, Matthew Owsley gets 4. Lawrence Sands and Tomlin Juicer gets 3. Mitchell Lott, Lazgur Wheels gets 2. Thor Brown, Robert Crone, Dexter Hall, Thor Voss gets 1. And I believe Zach Elliott gets a pass deflection. No tackles for loss on the day. No tackles for loss on the day. Crim Reaper, Barbeau, and Owsley gets a sack. 3 interceptions, 1 by Juicer, 1 by Jackson, 1 by Jones. Great job there from those guys. Phoenix Jones Jr. getting a pass deflection, getting 2 actually, along with Tomlin Juicer. Zach Elliott, Kilo Mack, and Dexter Hall each get 1. No fumbles or anything like that here. On the other side, the leading tackler will be it will be T Knight with 13. Gina gets 10. Steel Pads gets 9. X-Pac gets 8. Adam Leach gets 7. Preston gets 7. Josh Sawyer gets 5. Zayna Bain gets 4. Bryce gets 3. Wiley Coyote, Annalise Melculo, and Night Stalker get 2. Jason Cash, Caleb Howard, Cassius Castle, Ryan Davis, Eric Duncan, Cassandra Quina, and Gronky Kong each get 1 tackle. Only 1 tackle for loss on the day. That goes to X-Pac. Sack-wise, Josh Lawyer gets 2. Steel Pads and Gronky Kong each get 1. A great D-line there all the way around. No INTs on the day there for Huntington Beach. Pass deflections. Preston Dotson and T Knight each get 1. Honestly, should have been an interception for Preston and T Knight. They both should have had 1. But it is what it is there. No other stats there. Kicking wise, both of them missed 1 kick at least one field goal. David Washington had 3 for 4, made the game winner as well. Carolina missed her only opportunity. That was a long field goal. Probably could have been the difference as well. At that point, Toronto would have had to score a TD, I believe, to get the victory, if that's what was supposed to shake up. And punting wise, looks like they both averaged around 50 yards. Great job by both of these two people. And Earl to Pearl Flint averaged 27 some change. Cam Jones averaged 23. They're both on kick returns. Ryan Davis averaged almost 10. They're on punt returns. Cam Jones averaged 8. And then just briefly going through the scoring summary, nothing in the first quarter, all defense. Second quarter, Toronto gets 2 field goals, nothing in the third, more defense. Then Huntington Beach gets the score that takes the lead with the Earl to Pearl Flint touchdown. And then David Washington with 34 seconds comes clutch and drapes that trophy in orange. And that's it for right there. Caboose, what else you got?
A hell of a season from everyone in the league, all teams. I'm looking forward to season 11, as we might be seeing a bit of a change in the guard here in the East, potentially in the league, as Toronto on top this year.
Most definitely. And now it's easy to get up. It's harder to stay up. It actually ain't even easy to get up. You know what I'm saying? But they'll have a chance to defend their crown in season 11. And that's a beautiful way to end the season. Great job once again from everybody. We will be tuning in. Draft coming up. Award ceremony coming up. We got an owner meeting coming soon. So we'll get prepped for that. But until then, for your boy Caboose, this is your boy Stacks. Thank you so much for another great year of allowing me to do this for you. And we got more games coming. Season 11 around the corner. Take care, everybody. Ah.